Well, now you got into this mess by going down a waterfall. Now, how would you suppose we can get them out of there?
By going up the waterfall?
That's right. Anything's possible in Disneyland.
Welcome, friends, and thank you for joining us on this episode of Up the Waterfall with your hosts, Zanna and Scott Otis.
Howdy.
Here we take a nostalgic journey up the waterfall of Disney parks, movies, books, and more, with a present-day point of view. So we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your visit up the waterfall. This week, on episode 35, we are doing Magic Kingdom attractions ranked.
Oh my. That's going to be a lot.
So much fun doing our Disney hotels ranked episode with our little tier list, and we have fun, graphics to go along with it. I will mention the list this time for the audio version, because I did not do that last time and felt bad for those that were listening and didn't know our final rankings. But we thought, this would be a fun topic to revisit, and there's so many things we can rank and place judgment on.
Yeah, and I think we might need to come back and do this for all of the historical previous attractions. But right now,
I agree. Yeah, that's a good point.
We're just doing the current.
We're doing current
stuff.
Magic Kingdom attractions, which includes rides and shows for the most part.
Yes, and some experiences as well.
Yes,
which you'll see as
if we missed one. Feel free to write a letter to the editor and let us know.
A strongly worded letter.
Neither of us has worked on our list beforehand, so this is live rankings.
Oh my! But I mean, we both have an idea because we've been to the Magic Kingdom. We know what's there, and we know what we like.
We may have different opinions, so there'll be fun banter and debate, I think.
Oh my!
Because I think you like certain rides more than I do.
I think you're right on some of them, and I think you like some things more than I do.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started.
Let's.
We are using the fun little tier list app or whatever site that Christian has used last time, and he's created these wonderful graphics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put my glasses on also.
Yeah, I can't read without
because we are old and blind. So these are alphabetical, so we're just going to do it that way, and then we can, rearrange as we go along.
Yeah,
I think.
Absolutely.
So Astro Orbitor.
Let me just go ahead and move that right up to the old topster there, because that's fun for everyone, right? No? Oh.
I don't think that.
So I'll
we
put
do
it right
have
back
an
and you can do
S tier. We have S, A, B, C, and D. So
because S.
Well, for those not hip to the lingo,
that would be me.
S tier is the best tier. That stands for superior.
I thought e-ticket. Oh wow.
No,
that's a different thing.
That would mess up everything if we did it that way. So yes, S is superior above all else.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Where are we going to put that Astro Orbiter?
Superior. Oh, wait.
I'm going to go with a middle of the road B right now.
I kind of agree. I mean, this is not something that we do every time. It's a fun spinner ride, and I really like its location because it's higher than a lot of the other spinners, such as Dumbo and the flying carpets of Aladdin.
Yes.
But, so, that's what makes me sad about it at Disneyland is they kind of moved it down. But it adds an element when you have to get into the lift gantry to get way up high.
Gantry is such a fun word.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I learned that at Disneyland.
I have been on Astro Orbiter exactly one time in my life.
That's about 78 times too few.
Really? I went on it with Christian and my friend Mandy. No, you have not. I've only been on it one. It was one and done for me. And the reason, I'm fine with Dumbo. I'm fine with Aladdin's carpets and Triceratops spin. But for some reason, when you're on the Astro Orbiter, it tilts you sideways.
Yeah, there's the whole centrifugal
Not
force,
a fan
I think, is a part
of
it.
Not a fan. Huh. It was scary.
Well, I like it.
It's
and when
a fun
they added the little planets and things, that kind of adds a little disorientation as well.
Yes, because those are moving while you're moving in a different direction.
Which I think is fun. So
maybe that's why I didn't like it either. I'm not real big on like messing with my equilibrium. Anyway, put that puppy over in the B.
B?
row.
Okay. That's fine.
It may go down later.
That's fine.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll rank as we go along.
Big Thunder Mountain.
I have strong opinions about
That's
this one.
just an immediate S in my opinion.
This might be my favorite attraction in the park. You know, we'll see. But
let me ask you this: do you prefer Magic Kingdom or Disneyland?
we'll see. That's an incomplete question. I've been on 4 Big Thunder Mountain
I
railroads in
know.
the
I'm
world,
not involving all the rest of
and
them.
I actually not only have I ranked each one, but I've actually ranked each segment of each one.
That sounds like a different episode.
Yeah. And the one at the Magic Kingdom doesn't... Parts of it are good, but the ones in other parks are really a lot better. No fault at all for the Magic Kingdom. It's
I
a
do
great
prefer
attraction.
Disneyland
It really
of
is.
the 2 I've been on.
But no, it's a solid attraction, and
I still love it though.
just even the kind of like the placemaking, if you will, of the whole thing.
Yeah,
the
the
whole
queue
theme.
itself is
Oh yeah,
great
and they
in
really
Magic Kingdom.
stepped it up with the queue, but also just the fact that parts of it are from Yellowstone National Park.
Indeed, yes. Bryce Canyon is
Mammoth
Disneyland,
Springs.
and then this is more Yellowstone themed.
Well, the end portion
Yeah,
is Yellowstone.
with the
There's
little-
one's Bryce Canyon, one's I can't remember what the other one was.
Wow.
But I don't think it's Yellowstone.
Well, it's
I'll have
red
to-
rock, so it has to be something
Right.
red.
Yeah, the ones in Yellowstone are yellow.
That's true.
But anyway, the point being, this is a solid attraction.
Yes.
One of
I
my
don't
favorites.
think we'll
It's
have
a
too
lot
many
of fun.
arguments with that.
Of course, I'm a guy who likes to be in the back row because you get a lot more
Yeah, I'm okay with
zip
that
to it.
on this one. Some roller coasters I cannot do the back row.
Yeah.
Slinky Dog, not a fan of the
And
back
I would
row.
say also the Disneyland does have the goat trick. This one also has a goat trick, but you don't look at the goat. There's something else
What
that
do
you
you
have to
look
look at.
at?
It's actually a blank space. You just kind of have to know where it is and exactly what portion it is.
You
It's
have to
where the
look at a
goat
Taylor
would
Swift
be.
song.
And okay.
blank
But anyway,
space.
yeah, I know. Oh, it's I
My
thought you were
joke's
talking
taking a
about
minute.
the goat portion from
No.
that meme.
Oh no, that's a whole different
Yeah,
Taylor
that's a
Swift
whole.
thing.
Anyway, of course, we would bring Taylor Swift into this ranking, but no. Point being, and we could have gotten here a lot longer ago.
Yeah.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is a great attraction
As I said, I don't think we'll have much argument with that.
from anybody.
Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is up next.
Ooh, now this is the original. This is one where there's now, I guess there were at 1.5 in the world, and now there's 4. Hong Kong got rid of theirs.
Yes, now it's
But-
Ant-Man.
But this is the original. This is the first one.
This is the original, and it was kind of retrofit to begin with because it had to
Yes.
go into Dream Flight,
Not just
formerly
Dream Flight.
Delta Dream
Not
Flight,
just that.
formerly if you had
You're going backwards. Yeah,
wings.
there's if you could fly. If you're going backwards, it started with if you had wings.
Yeah.
If
and
you
then
could fly.
when Eastern left, if you could fly.
Delta Dream Flight, then Dream Flight, and I think there was even another one in there somewhere.
Really?
No.
Okay.
And yeah, but anyway, all of these had the same track.
Yes.
And so, yes, it was retrofit. And I think it works well there. But I think one of the things it has against it is, like, they've improved upon it with all of the additional ones. Like, at Disneyland, you can remove
Yeah.
your little shooter guy to better aim. And
Disneyland is
get
much harder.
things.
I've only done that a few times, and I find it much
Yeah.
harder to get points.
But this is still a lot of fun, and I like how it goes through the little speed tunnels of the former attractions.
Do you want to put it in A or B? What do you think?
I'd say A
All right.
for now, but it's fun because it's different every time.
Yeah.
You can try to improve
I
upon your
still
score.
haven't gotten Galactic Hero.
Let me ask you if
without
you've tried this
stopping.
once. Have you ever ridden that attraction and just not shot at all? Just looked around.
Probably when I had a small child with me. Yes,
It's a totally different take.
it's true.
a
When
lot of
you
fun.
look, you are always looking behind you and stuff.
I try.
there. Okay, Country Bear Jamboree.
Ooh, so this is controversial
My,
because it's different now. They've cut a lot of. I've talked about this before in the show. The way it is currently, they've
Yes.
cut a lot of the show.
we're
down.
ranking it in its current state.
In its
so-
current state, I think it's farther down than it used to be. So I think it's above Astro Orbiter.
Yeah,
but-
I agree with that. Whoops.
I think it's, I don't want to say it's a shell of what it used to be, but I think it really lost quite a bit.
True, I agree. But it's still a classic.
It is still a classic, yeah.
I mean, maybe it should be an A.
I'm okay with that.
I'm going to move
Towards
it to
the
A.
tail end of the A, that's fine. We'll play around with these.
It's hard. I mean, you can't not love Country Bears.
Oh, no, I love Country Bears.
All right. Dumbo, the Flying Elephant.
Yay. This is just a classic.
I would put that before Astro Orbiter.
This, it is a spinner, but it's like the quintessential one. It's the one that all children aspire to ride their first time on
And
Dumbo.
we are lucky enough to have 2 spinners here in
right.
the Magic Kingdom, plus an indoor queue area.
Which is nice and cool on hot summer days.
Yes.
So
Is that open? Yeah, that's like a rest thing right now because of...
I'm not sure. I
was
think
one
there's
of
a different rest thing that's not that.
Oh.
It's the circus where you would do meet and greets.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So I don't know if they have the playground area open for kids to run
doubt
through.
it.
Probably not. And I like that they've added the water elements. That's a classic thing. And I think they were able to do that when they moved it from its more central location behind the castle to where it is now. Because over the utilidors, they were not able to have all of the water. But then they moved it off to the side, added the water elements.
Look at
they
you with your
double
fun facts.
Dumboed, get a lot of more people through there, and added that whole theme of the storybook circus. It's a good one.
It's hard to remember when it was in its former location.
Yeah. It's funny how time works that way.
The cat is eating my feet. Okay. Enchanted Tales with Belle. So,
What do you think?
For all intents and purposes, this is a glorified meet and greet. However,
Pretty much,
it's a state-of-the-art one.
Yeah.
And I think
the glorified part, that makes it a fun thing.
Yeah. And it's an interactive, I don't even know if it's going on right now, honestly.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, because
it's
there's a
currently
lot
closed.
of touchy stuff,
Right.
which sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, see, I'm not a huge meet and greet guy, but this is a fun thing to do.
Yeah, and you don't have to participate. You don't even have to take a photo with Belle at the end if you don't want to, but you can just sit there and observe the fun little show that they put on. There's some
like the little
amazing animatronic things with Lumiere.
Yeah, and of course the fun,
magic mirror
the
is
portal
crazy.
into,
I've only
into a
recently
fun
figured
world.
out how that works, and I
You
wish
don't
I
need
didn't
to know.
I know.
But yeah, that's
So
fun.
I'm going to put that,
What do you think, folks?
I think it's definitely before Astro Orbiter. I'm
Okay.
not giving Astro
It's
Orbiter any
in
love.
between the spinners.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. Do you
fine.
think it should go before Dumbo or no? I guess not. It's not really a
It's fine.
classic. Okay,
We
so it's
can
on the
look at
B
this
tier
towards the
between
end.
Dumbo and Astro Orbiter right
For
now.
us, anyway, yes.
All right. Next up, a classic Haunted Mansion straight to the top row. Now,
Wow.
personally, I think I would put it before Big Thunder Mountain, but would you disagree? Will we have to fight it out?
It definitely should be on the top tier. I don't know. I'm fine either way.
Well, if
It's
you're fine, I'm putting it beforehand then.
It definitely is
It's
a
now
classic.
number 1 ranked.
It is. It's not my favorite Haunted Mansion, but it is my favorite Haunted Mansion.
Always
the
name
ride.
dropping this one.
I'm not name dropping. This is Haunted Mansion.
No,
You've
I
been on-
mean, you've been on all of them, so except for Mystic Manor.
But anyway, no. I prefer Disneyland's exterior, as well as the queue area before you load onto the vehicle. But the ride itself, I do prefer at the Magic Kingdom.
I just think
It's a very solid attraction.
Yes, it's such a unique building itself. It's
yes.
like from the minute you walk in the doors, before even with now we've had the extended queue for a few
Which
years
I
now.
love. I love that. Yeah.
But even before that, the graveyard area, there's so many details in there,
Yes.
which we've done the from Marceline to Main Street walking tour, and they go into a lot of the details in that tour, which are fun. But it's got the original Imagineers all over it, and I think it just represents Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, and this is
so
a classic
well.
opening day attraction. You just sent out I think, an Instagram photo of the front door of the Haunted Mansion.
Because every time I go by it, I've always been like, I wish I could go in that front door.
It's always so intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah,
I will fight for it to be number one right now.
We don't need to fight on this one. That's a good choice.
Okay. It's a Small World.
Ooh, with the song.
Interesting. It's kind of hard to rank this one because, like,
I think it's a classic.
It is a classic. I guess, it deserves in the A range, right?
Ooh, wow, that's quite a hit.
What, you don't think it's... You think it should be in superior?
Maybe towards the tail end, but no, I think...
We might rearrange. We have to get some more on the board to see,
This is a good... Yeah, it's kind of like a must-do at a Magic Kingdom type park.
There's so much history
a castle park
with it.
Must-do, yeah. And I think, love or hate the song, I still think it's a lot of fun.
It's something that everyone in the family can ride. And
that's right.
Even if they say they hate the song, they probably secretly love it because it's a beautiful song that has a wonderful message. It does get a bit
repetitive towards the end.
But they do different languages and it's all sorts of fun stuff.
No, I'm not. Yeah, and I like the fact that this is a good, fun water attraction.
Yes,
a boat
that's true.
ride.
Boats are always fun, so it gets points for that.
Yeah,
it's currently in the lead of our A.
Yeah, there's another boat attraction that we'll probably get to later that will probably score high on our list.
That's true. I think it's up next.
No, that's not even the one I was talking about.
Oh,
silly.
Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
That goes in the S tier.
I agree.
Do you think it should be before or after Big Thunder Mountain?
I think it should be after at this point. I think where you've placed it is perfect.
I agree because as much as I love all of the scenes, it really does depend on the skipper that you get.
Yes, it definitely helps to have a good skipper.
So if you take that out of the equation and just look at the ride.
So if you have a bad skipper, it goes down
yes,
here.
That's true. Especially the first season of Jingle Cruise. That was like...
they were
really
to get
figuring
all their
things
Christmas
out
puns together.
It has improved over time.
And one of the, this is a classic. Another, as we've seen, a boat ride, but lots of fun jungle scenes, and I love massive points for the Magic Kingdom that you go into the fun what is that
temple thing?
The temple. That's an added touch, and I love it when the skipper turns on the light or turns off the lights and then just doesn't say a word.
Yes, that's always fun.
Yeah,
and you can
just for that part.
The boat exhaust.
Yeah. That's classic.
Yes. And fun Mark Davis vignettes. You can see his artistic style and the Monkey King in there and everything.
And I love that it's very different from all of the other ones around the world.
I wouldn't know.
There are certain things.
I do like the piranhas at the end of Disneyland.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But I mean, I like that they didn't just do it like a cookie cutter version of each one. Each one is different, and I love that.
Very cool. Ooh, speaking of boats, Liberty Square
I guess there
Riverboat.
are a lot of boats.
Now, this is an underrated classic, so it may rank higher on our list than anyone else's, I think so, because we love a good
if you ride
steamboat.
This ride, you get to go to places that are completely unseen by any other parts in the park. It's essentially going to a back corner of the park that you can only get to, whether you ride this or the railroad.
I just put it in the A row.
I'm okay with it in the A row, but why way so far back?
I'm thinking about moving it to where Buzz Lightyear is.
I'm okay with this. Wow,
I might move Buzz Lightyear beyond Country Bear now that I'm sitting here.
Wow.
I mean, Buzz Lightyear is what it is. It's not like...
Right, but we're here to talk about the Liberty...
Yes, sorry. I'm just explaining why I moved Buzz Lightyear to the end. Liberty Square Riverboat.
I mean, getting on that ship, or boat, steamboat, and just like hearing the chugging of the steam. It's a steam engine.
And the recording of, the announcements and all that stuff with the
Mr.
Word.
And was that Horace Bixby?
I don't know.
The Mark Twain's fellow steamboat guy. And yeah, just
and seeing
watching
all the things on Tom Sawyer Island or near Tom Sawyer Island, like Beacon Joe.
That's right.
Good old Beacon Joe.
You
And the little cave
Yep.
with the lights going on, and like you can hear music and
I believe
reveling
that's
happening
Wilson's
there.
cave.
Revelry. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
seeing the people playing on Tom Sawyer Island, getting a very unique view of Big Thunder Mountain.
And Splash Mountain.
And
as well,
Splash
right?
Mountain, yep.
Oh no, I guess
You can see
I'm
Splash
thinking of
Mountain,
Disneyland,
but yeah,
where it goes right
Disneyland's
very
is
close to the
a lot-
banks there.
And of course, it's fun when the railroad comes along and you're trying to race the railroad,
Yeah.
but the railroad will always win.
It really is. I mean, such an underrated.
And it's a good way just to unwind.
Right. When
And
you're in the
relax.
parks, so many people are just go, go, go all the time. Not right now, but, under normal circumstances. And you and I have always just loved to take a moment and enjoy the scenery.
That's
In
why.
fact, we got stuck on one in Disneyland one time. And
And we
were
missed it.
late for Blue Bayou reservations.
Whoops.
But we did make it and got to eat some delicious
But yeah,
Dumbo.
what I like to do on the Liberty Square Riverboat is when you get round the corner by Haunted Mansion and they're docking, is to do one of these. You just
The
rotate the
universal,
finger and they'll let you go
ride
all the way
again.
around again. Oh wait, that might be a different one.
Yeah.
But it is fun to ride. a
It is
couple of
fun to
times.
ride and hear all of the different sounds. You mentioned Haunted Mansion. We can hear like
Oh yeah.
the wolf or coyote or whatever
They
it is.
used to operate this attraction during the Mickey's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and they had like little ghost stories along the way.
Oh, really?
But now they kind of use that queue area for
yeah.
treats. So that was kind of
I used to
a loss.
love going on this and seeing the Main Street Electrical Parade
Oh yeah.
and or Spectro Magic. when
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Good
Always
one.
fun perspective to be up high.
Yep.
to
Yeah, and
see
that's
the
another
parade
thing
floats
is
when
you got
they're
three
light up.
different
Oh yeah.
levels
go
to
to the
get
top.
totally different. You know, I do like to be on the top, but you get totally unique views if you're on the bottom or the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do tend to be a top guy
Now
too.
done 25 minutes on the Riverboat.
I think it was only 22.
Next up, Mad Tea Party.
This one makes me mad.
Okay.
Haha. It's fun.
I'm putting it before Astro Orbiter on the B.
I'm a guy that I like to ride this, but I don't like to spin it
a
so
lot.
much that I get physically ill. I used to be able to do that in my younger days, but I can now kind of make it so that we can ride it, enjoy the fun music without spinning at all. That's a fun time.
Avoided riding this for years and years because it spun, and I had a terrible experience as a child on a tilt-a-whirl at the Salem Willows. People from Massachusetts or New England may know that, which was just a little dinky carnival kind of thing, amusement park in Salem, and
Wow.
it was not a fun time. I had to flag the guy down and be like, I need to get off.
But this is so much better.
Well, I didn't realize. I thought it was going to be the same thing and that you couldn't control it. But once I learned,
You can.
I was a fully grown adult when I learned, by the way,
Wow.
that you don't have to spin it at all. And it will go a little bit, but it's not
But
crazy.
yeah, and then
it's
you can
just like
also
you're moving around, but you're not whipping.
you can do it so that you don't spin at all.
Yeah.
And I like to pick a spot somewhere and like make it so that I'm always facing that, so that there's no spinning at all.
But I do enjoy it now.
Yeah.
I especially like the additions when they did the Halloween and Christmas
Oh,
party.
yeah,
It
that's
makes
right.
more sense with the Halloween one, but they do basically the same thing with the Christmas party.
Yeah, and this is a unique one that they have the covered roof and then with the lights.
Yeah,
that
so they
they're able to
changed
do
the
different
lighting and there's like
effects.
fun black lights and different colored
Mm-hmm.
lights. And I believe there's like fog as well. I don't think the music is different, but it might be. It's
I
been
believe
too
it
long
is.
since I've been on it. But yeah, that's like a fun little overlay that I think they could do year round.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it would be an improvement for them.
Yeah, they could probably do different things all year,
Yeah.
based on the season.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Oh, one of your favorites. I'll let you do this one. Main Street Vehicles.
okay,
Where
but
are you gonna
here
put that?
here at the Magic Kingdom, this is like the Loch Ness monster. It's like a mythical beast that does it really exist? At Disneyland, you have so many Main Street vehicles that are going all the day. I think at Magic Kingdom, they have like a 45 minutes period in which they're allowed to have
the
vehicles.
planets have to align just right.
And then the rest of the time, now they got parades and other things, and they really don't operate the Main Street vehicles as much as they should. I do love the Main Street vehicles.
I think now would be a perfect time to
yeah.
do at least the horse-drawn trolley, because
trolley.
you can kind of get on and off, and that's very easily cleanable, and they could do like every other row.
But there's certain parts that are not as cleanable because you have a horse involved.
Okay, well, you know what I mean.
Yes.
But like the omnibus and the jitney, I guess, and the fire
horseless
truck.
carriage. I don't even know. Yeah, they have a fire truck. There's some that they don't have at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Where are you going to put it?
Well, as I said, because it's kind of mythical and it doesn't exist, I'm okay with it being on the B.
Okay.
Would you be okay with it being between Dumbo and the Enchanted
That's
Tales
fine.
with Belle?
This has to be both of our
Yes.
rankings, so you
Okay.
can get a couple. I probably wouldn't have put it there,
Yes. Oh, wait.
but no, it's fine. Okay, Mickey's PhilharMagic.
This is a fun 3D film starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. I love it.
We have a lot on the B row right now.
Yeah.
Well, that Astro Orbiter just keeps moving down further and further.
That's okay.
I put it, well, see, the ones that aren't necessarily like, wow, that's a great experience are classics. So I
Yeah.
feel bad moving them further down. So I put it after Mad Tea Party. But maybe it should be before even Enchanted Tales with Belle.
Maybe. I'm okay with that.
This ranking, we need to have more parameters. Like, what are we ranking it on?
I don't know. Our personal preferences, whether it's a classic versus not, whether it's like something that you
How
should
about
do every trip.
If we had to choose to do this one, like, which one would we pick more? Like, I would go on PhilharMagic more than I would go on Mad Tea Party.
I
personally.
also would. I would
So maybe
also
we
do
should
that
make
more
that-
than Enchanted Tales with
So
Belle.
should we move it before that then?
And maybe even more with Main Street vehicles. See?
Well, we would do them more if we could, I think.
And look, Dumbo the Flying Elephant's just sitting pretty right there at the head of the B list.
Yeah. But that's
Unaffected.
because it's a classic too. I don't know. But
Yeah.
we don't ride it that much. Who knows, man? It is what it is. We'll possibly
Yes.
move that later. Okay, Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor.
Okay, so here we have one. Wow, look at you.
I put it on the D list.
I'm okay with it because, listen, originally it was a fun idea to begin with, and the fact that each show is different and it's interactive with the guests that they reply to.
They were really jumping off the Turtle Talk with Crush bandwagon
Yeah.
and finding something that, hey, we can actually interact with people live. We can say, like, hey, you've got a funny hat on, or that guy, that whole thing.
Yeah, and I liked that guy, but I think a lot of probably too much is kind of like
Repetitive.
pre-recorded,
I agree.
and they've never picked my joke.
Sad. Do they pick anyone's joke? Who knows?
I don't. I
Maybe
think
when it
they
first
do.
started, but now they're probably like, these are tried and true. We're going to go with these ones.
So if this is your favorite, I'm very sorry, but I have to agree with that.
It's a fun concept. I think it does need to be updated. And
But
you've talked recently about the timekeeper being there, so it was kind of sad
and
to
the fact
take that.
that we've lost a really great
Right.
kind of attraction for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad for me.
I think
So.
it would be fun to do kind of, well, this is in Tomorrowland, so it makes no sense, but a Cranium Command type deal with
Ooh.
the cast of Inside Out.
Oh yeah,
Might be fun, but not in Tomorrowland, so, that is
That's
a
right.
terrible idea.
it could be at Epcot.
Yes. Next up is Peter Pan's Flight.
Yeah, a lot of people's favorite. This is a
This
good
is going
dark
straight
ride.
to... I'm putting it before Jungle Cruise.
Wow.
After Big Thunder Mountain. It's a classic.
It is.
It is magical.
It is.
It makes everyone happy.
I think the Jungle Cruise makes people happy too.
Well, I'm pulling rank, whatever that means.
Wow.
If you
Okay.
disagree, again, right into the editors.
I mean, it's not a huge change. I would probably just maybe shift it onto the other side of Jungle Cruise, but it's still, I would put it.
If I had to only do one ride for the rest of my life, it would be Peter Pan's Flight, I think.
This one?
Well, I do prefer Disneyland's, but
Yay. Okay.
it's still fun. I love it. It's too short. It needs to go on for 3 hours.
Yeah, it does need. It is definitely too short.
All right.
Here is another one. This is that
Pirates of
boat
the
ride I
Caribbean.
was referring to
So this
earlier.
is the one that I don't know if it should be first or second with Haunted Mansion. I'm going to put it second.
I would say second.
Because
And I might even move it. No, I think that's a good place. I might have moved it onto the other side of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, but
yeah. It's just
I mean, this
it's
is
got
of course,
everything.
Yeah,
It's
the
got
Haunted
pirates,
Mansion,
Johnny
and the
Depp.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
recently added scents. It has Red, the pirate with
that's
2
right.
Ds in red. And it's changed over time.
It's got cannonballs.
It does. Yeah, it's always just been a
Yeah,
fun
I mean,
thing. It's
a
just
Mark
missing
Davis classic.
that last trip up the waterfall, and then it would
That's
be
right.
perfect.
Yeah, which of course makes Disneyland's version.
Yes,
of course,
Disneyland's
superior.
is, among other things, that makes it far superior.
But yes, Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right.
I like it.
We have to make up some time here.
Well, here
so
we go.
many still on this list.
Prince Charming Regal Carousel. Of course, a child's first ride on a carousel, or just any ride on a carousel, is a good thing.
I started the C row with that one.
I love how it lights up at night.
It's
and
very
it's very
pretty.
pretty. It's fun to slow down every now and again, ride it. But yeah,
It's
it
good
is.
to take group selfies on that if you
yeah.
have your whole family with you. We've
And of
done
course,
that a few times.
this is like a really old attraction, an original with horses. So
Horsies.
Yes.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
I really like this attraction.
Perhaps the most recent on this list, you know? Let me see here. Do you think it's A?
No. I was gonna say it. Yeah, A.
I think it's A. All right, I'm
No,
putting it.
that's not A. That's
Oh,
S.
that's S. Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna put it before Small World.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was gonna put it.
I think this should be twice as long as it is.
Yes.
But they worked with what they had to work with, and it's got fun dark ride elements.
I love that they were able to combine just a fun roller coaster and have a dark ride portion.
And there's fun little nods to where the attraction was born from, the original Snow White's Scary Adventures. Those little vultures are still there as you go up one of the lift hills. And then the ending with the witch coming to the cottage and everyone's
And the fact
dancing.
that it actually has a pretty solid drop.
Yeah.
That's a good thing too.
And the little mine cars move while you're...
Yeah, they sway from side to
Yes.
side.
They
really did a good job
a
with
little
this
sick
one.
on that ride because I was taking video, so I don't
You
advise
shouldn't
that.
do that. You should just sit
But yeah.
back and enjoy.
Let's see. Next up, an experience.
This is a shift. Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, which we've really enjoyed. We like
have.
collecting the cards and going around and doing that thing, but it's definitely a totally different type of experience.
I'm gonna put it in B, at the end of B. Finally, something is behind Astro Orbiter
Wow.
because it really is a super cool thing that exists. Like the fact that you can hold up a card to a window and it comes to life and it tells you things and sends you on a quest.
And
like
you can
we
use
had
different
so
cards.
much fun when it first opened.
And we use different cards to cast different spells.
And
get
whatever is on the
Different
card,
animation.
the attack is what shows, like throwing shoes or whatever. It's been so long since I played it, but I do have a fun guide on Zannaland.com if anyone wants to check
That's
it out.
right.
Probably needs updating.
I agree. It does need some updating, but that's a good it's a good one when you're wanting to just like in the middle of the day when you're wanting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah. And you always get a
there's no
special
lines.
card, which this year, what are they going to do? There's no Halloween or Christmas parties, so
I do not know.
maybe they'll still do the cards and you can just pick them up. Ooh, Space Mountain is next.
This is a fun one.
This definitely
is a-
has to be on the A thing, but where are we going to put it? Before or after Big Thunder Mountain?
Well, no, there's no way it's before Big Thunder Mountain.
Okay.
I'm okay right there.
In between
Even-
Big Thunder and Peter Pan.
I'm surprised that you put it before Peter Pan because you just said that was the one.
I know, but I understand what the people want, and I'm sure that they would put Space Mountain before that. I don't ride it as often here because I prefer the Disneyland version, where the rails are literally made from butter.
That's right. They're super buttery smooth.
But, every now and then I will do this. Actually, the Christmas overlay
The Christmas one was fine
was my favorite.
because, they had some fun lights.
They had new lights and they had fun Christmas rock music.
Yes.
It wasn't necessarily like Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They did other stuff.
Yeah.
And it was super cool and I loved it. And I
I
didn't get
love that
like
one.
nauseous on it.
The other one that they did, I think, for Halloween,
It was just
where they
lights
turned
out.
the lights completely off and they did like weird rock music.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ride should not be completely dark at all.
I think it's a cool thing to do every now and then, but it is very disorienting.
Yeah, it's a little rough. I mean, I do know my way around the Space
Yeah.
Mountain, but
I think it would be
needs
cooler
to have fun
in
accent lighting.
Disneyland to be in complete darkness because it's so
Ooh.
smooth. All right,
Like
Splash
butter.
Mountain. A controversial one lately. So it
But
goes in the D. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what? No.
It is a new classic. Everyone's calling it a classic attraction that's against the updates.
I
but
do remember in the early 90s when I rode it for the first time. I remember I rode it I think 13 times in a row without getting off the boat because they were allowing us to.
I've never been a huge, when I go down the drop, I'm like, oh gosh, I want to die. And then it's over and I'm okay. So I'm not a huge fan of those stomach dropping moments.
I don't find that stomach dropping. What I don't like is getting super soaked.
That's true.
And
That's why we haven't done it in so long.
I've always
You have to commit
managed.
to it.
I've always managed to escape that somehow. And I kind of,
Yeah.
I know where to sit.
It's like the opposite in Disneyland to where you sit, I believe, because I got completely soaked in Disneyland because no one told me that. So that was
All right.
fun. Anyway, this is going to be, we didn't even mention this on our live show.
Oh,
That
that's
could have been a
right.
news item, that it's going to be refurbished and rethemed to Princess and the Frog. So I'm very much
Princess
looking
Tiana. Yeah.
very much looking forward to that. We love that movie in this
Yes, we do.
house. We see it every few months, and it gives us the strength to go on.
Hopefully they'll incorporate the Neo song at the end.
When you get off the ride, they play that as you're walking to see your photo. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it and how they're going
Yes,
to
but
change
I'm-
it up and incorporate new things.
I'm totally fine with that being on the S category.
Yeah, it is. It's just a fun way to do a log flume ride, in
Yep.
my opinion. So
Yeah, and before Disney did a log flume ride, there really weren't very many good log flume rides in the world. Maybe the one at Knott's Berry Farm.
Berry
But
Farm,
so
yeah.
they did
All
a good job with
right.
that.
Swiss Family Treehouse.
Yay!
Uh,
Now watch out because remember, foggy mornings.
I know,
and
it
the
is-
Swiss Family Treehouse
it's
are fun.
fun views.
Really fun views. I think the views are
Um,
better at Disneyland, but that's just me.
I put it there.
Wow.
Do you after the carousel? You think it should be before the carousel? You can move it.
I would put it right before Astro Orbiter.
Okay, I'm fine with that, I guess. It is very fun when it's not crowded. If you have to wait in line to climb the stairs, that's not enjoyable really
And
for
yeah,
anyone.
nowabouts you don't really have to wait that much.
That is true. It has some amazing views of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are doing a 24-hour day, as you mentioned, then you get the morning Florida fog or mist.
Yes.
And it makes for some really cool photos. Maybe I should
Very
post one of those on
mysterious.
Instagram to talk
All
about
right,
this.
I will task
episode.
you with that.
All right. I have to find an original unedited version. Next up, the Barnstormer.
This is a fun introductory roller coaster for kids that are just wanting to get into, see what their tolerance is for roller
Yes.
coasters.
It's
a
very
fun
short.
one. It's very short. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah. I put it before the carousel
yeah.
on the C row.
I'm okay with this.
It's not, groundbreaking, but it's fun.
I like how it goes through the little chicken house
Yes.
because chickens.
It is average, I guess, is what the C row is.
Yes.
Okay. Hall of Presidents. Now, I have not stepped foot in this attraction.
It's been a while for myself.
Since
I really,
the last time.
when they
Probably
had when they
2013
put in
maybe.
Barack Obama, that was a fun, and they had when they redid that with the introductory movie, that was a lot of fun. I thought.
Here's my opinion, very quickly, because I could write a whole blog post on it, I suppose.
You probably should.
But I think when it came out, it was a great feat of Imagineering.
It absolutely was.
And it was a wonderful tribute to the presidential system in America. It, of course, fit right in to the Liberty Square theme. It was kind of the natural stepping off point from Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
And it's changed over the years. The little film behind it, the narrators have changed, of course. But nowadays, I don't know. There's just like so much.
Politics is very polarizing right now.
Yeah, there really,
so
it really
no matter,
is. And I think a lot of people, as a result, have avoided going. So it's just kind of sitting there. And even before recent elections, a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's a great place to take a nap for however many minutes."
I always enjoyed the fun history of it.
Yeah, I always used to fight people that would say American Adventure, and that was where you fall asleep. And Carousel of Progress, people would say that too. No falling asleep allowed.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I think it could definitely use an update of some sort. Turn it into something still historical,
to get it so that people don't
but different.
Hate it.
Right.
Just
maybe like great
don't
moments in early American history, perhaps.
Maybe not have the current president
and certainly
say anything
with Disney
regardless
Plus,
of where they are.
Right.
On the line.
Certainly with Disney Plus having the rights to Hamilton, that opens a whole new, can of worms.
Fun fact, Hamilton was never president.
I know. I'm saying they could do like a tribute to like the founding fathers kind of like.
I know.
But it would need to have something that brought it up to date at the end, I think.
Yes.
All right.
So anyway, we have
that.
to put that somewhere.
Sorry. Where should it go? I mean, honestly.
Boop.
Okay.
We'll put it in the C category for
Did
now.
you mean to move that?
I did mean to move it.
Okay. So it's between the carousel and the Barnstormer, which is pretty funny to me, but whatever.
Feel free to move it.
No, I'm fine with that. Magic Carpets of Aladdin.
Ooh.
This is a solid C attraction.
I like how they added a different element to this spinner in that you had two rows. One row gets to pick whether it goes up or down, and the other one gets to do the tilting action of the carpet.
Very true.
That being said, it's still a spinning attraction.
It does also give you some fun views, but it is just kind of like, a lot of original Magic Kingdom fans are not big fans of this because it really destroyed the sight lines and the theming of Adventureland. So
yep, I would agree with that.
That's why it's relegated to between the Hall of Presidents and the Carousel.
You've been relegated.
The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh up next.
This is a fun little dark ride.
It is a fun little. I would put it on the B area there.
Huh.
Maybe before Astro Orbiter.
I was gonna keep it on the B, but maybe move it to even like right around here. A little bit closer towards the front of the B category.
I can see that, I guess.
Okay, I like all of the fun elements within like the rain and the kind of the Tigger bouncing.
Yeah, which has
the
been done better
heffalumps
elsewhere.
And the woozles.
Yes.
So it has been done better elsewhere. Okay.
All right. Tom Sawyer Island.
I'm a huge fan of Tom Sawyer Island, and this is a great place to go and relax and unwind and get some very unique
I don't think they should ever
through
close
caves, just climbing around the island, going through the fort, seeing the boats go around.
Yes.
Yeah.
I put it after Buzz Lightyear on the A row. Are you okay with that?
No, yeah, I love it.
I think for what it is, it needs more credit and it needs more appreciation and love.
Yeah, and I like how they have two kinds of caves. They have the Injun Joe's cave, and then of course the weird mystery mine where things kind of go a little haywire
and
in your mind.
Like many other things in the
Magnetic.
Magic Kingdom, I did not go on that and experience that until
For shame.
I was in my 30s.
Wait.
Ryan P.
What?
Wilson of the Main Street Gazette showed me around, and I wrote a whole blog post on that.
God bless
as well.
Ryan P. Wilson.
I know.
He's a good guy.
I was always afraid of Injun Joe. In
Well,
the
he is in
Birnbaum
there.
books, when I would read, I was like, I don't want to run into that guy.
It's not. Yeah.
So I avoided
Well,
it my whole life.
That cave used to be completely dark. They
Yeah,
didn't have
I was
lights all
afraid.
throughout, and I had a fun time in there back when
I'm sure you
before
did.
they had lights. There were places where you could kind of spook people and
You're the reason why
scare
we can't
them.
have nice things.
yeah. Sorry about that.
All right, Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yay.
This is a solid C.
See, in this one, this is another classic attraction where like a kid can aspire to a thing where he doesn't have to, or she doesn't have to be alone, or I'm sorry, doesn't have to
Right,
be
have
with
a parent.
parent, but like can finally grow up to that height where they can drive the car for themselves. So I'm actually going to fight you on this one a little bit.
Oh, where are you putting it?
I'm okay with it being on that category, but I'm going to put it right at the head of the C.
Okay, you have to move the other one over.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right,
And
I'm
maybe
okay with that.
even towards the end of the B. But we'll keep it there for
Yeah,
now.
I mean, they improved it at Christmas time when they put in those fun little
Yes.
lights and music and stuff. But
And now you'll
it does
some
get kind of...
you get some fun Tron views coming
Yeah.
up.
That's true. All right.
Just have a few left.
Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover.
Never done it.
presented
Let's
by
put it at the end
Alamo.
of D.
No.
Wait a
that
minute.
goes in the A
We've
area.
probably been on this ride more than any other.
I mean, if I was doing this by myself, it would be before Space Mountain for sure. But I'm sure you'll fight me on that. So
I would.
I put it between Peter Pan and Jungle
The fact,
Cruise.
though, is this is, of course, this is kind of the go-to attraction whenever you need a thing to just.
I wish it
ride
had the
over
original
and over and
narration
over.
still, but hopefully
The original or the one that you remember?
the original one, because I want to remember that.
Yay. Okay.
They are slowly improving Tomorrowland over time,
Yeah.
bringing it back to its basic,
And the fact that there is a
scenery.
people mover and that it's working, that's a big plus.
Agreed.
Because like the one at Disneyland, it's my all-time favorite, but it currently does not exist.
That's true.
They have the tracks, and as long as the tracks are there, there's still hope. So I love that this one is there.
All right. Under the Sea.
And it has a little squiggle.
dash.
It's-
Journey of the Little Mermaid. This is fun.
I love it. And I love that they added a fun dark ride. Yeah.
I put it.
I would put
at-
it ahead of Winnie the Pooh, just like you did.
Yeah, it's leading the pack in the B row right now. It's the reason I did that is
Alright.
because it's not unique to Magic Kingdom. It exists in
It exists
California
at
Adventure.
California Adventure. They've even improved upon it with their awesome queue area.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. It does have an amazing queue when they
through
let
all
you
of the
walk
fun
through it.
rocks and waterfalls.
Are you wanting to move it up into the B row?
I might even move it ahead of Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, okay. All right, it's now after Country Bear and before Buzz Lightyear on the
Yeah.
A row.
Wow, look at that.
Okay. Walt Disney World Railroad. Oh my gosh.
See, in my opinion, this is the anchor attraction of the entire park. This is the whole reason the park exists.
So are you saying it should be number 1?
No.
Oh, okay. I put it after Jungle Cruise and before Splash Mountain.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
I'm okay. Well, I like how
Okay.
it goes through Splash Mountain, and you can hear the Jungle Cruise from it. So yeah, it's a good place.
All right. I missed that train.
But yeah, riding the railroad around a Magic Kingdom type park is just a quintessential thing to do.
Agreed. We like transportation here. Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
Wow,
Now,
we're getting some heavy hitters right here at the end.
I know. Many people would say that this should not be ranked high because it is sorely in need of an update.
I would agree with that assessment.
Which I think it does need an update. I hope they never close it. I'm afraid that if they go to update it, they'll be like, let's just close it down.
Because there's so much history there.
I know. But as a result, it has to go in the S tier. Wow. I put it behind the People Mover.
The Jungle Cruise
Jungle
keeps
Cruise.
getting bumped.
I know.
What the heck, bro?
You can move it.
Boop. I'm going to move the Jungle Cruise ahead of it. It's the Jungle Cruise.
Okay. I still think the Carousel of Progress is better than the Jungle Cruise, but that's just me.
What if we wrote the... Never mind.
Okay. Last one.
Another classic
The Tiki
Disney
Room.
favorite.
I'm going to do this with it.
Yes.
It's after
to
Seven
me,
Dwarfs, Mine
just
Train,
like
and before
the-
Small World.
I think I've said this a few times. Just like the Country Bear Jamboree, this has suffered a lot of cuts
Right.
recently. They did bring it back instead of under new management, which is a good big plus, but they put too many cuts in it, in my opinion.
I
so
agree.
it's a lot shorter than it should be, in my opinion.
Yes.
But that being said, Tiki Birds,
Mm-hmm.
the original audio animatronics.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of funny that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is in front of it, but these are our
yeah,
choices.
I guess what we could do is we could kind of look along here and see, do we need to re-rank anything and shift anything around, or just are we good the way this is?
I think I'm okay with it. I might move Buzz Lightyear behind Tom Sawyer Island.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yes, I am. But yeah, I mean, look, we've
so
got a good solid list of S attractions
do you want to move
and
any
a
other
good
ones?
A
or-
attractions. No, I'm fine with this.
Okay.
Look at
Well,
us.
I will read off our final rankings in order.
This could be considered very controversial, but
I
go
know.
ahead.
So our S tier or superior, the highest ranking of all, is Haunted Mansion #1.
Woo!
You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yay.
Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, Peter Pan's Flight, Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, presented by Alamo, Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
You forgot the
sorry.
Jungle Cruise there.
I
Hello.
keep forgetting the Jungle Cruise. People Mover, followed by Jungle Cruise, followed by Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress, the Walt Disney World Railroad, Splash Mountain.
That's
That
a good.
ends our S tier,
That's a good list of
which
attractions.
I think all of them except the People Mover would probably be e-ticket attractions. Peter
Maybe not the
Pan's
railroad.
might not be. Well, yeah, I guess. All right. Well, anyway, A tier is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, It's a Small World, Liberty Square Riverboat, Country Bear Jamboree, Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, Tom Sawyer Island, and pulling up the rear, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin.
Yeah,
I think that's a good list for
I
A.
agree.
The B tier is Dumbo the Flying Elephant, followed by The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Main Street Vehicles,
Do they exist? We'll have to find out.
Mickey's PhilharMagic, Enchanted Tales with Belle, Mad Tea Party, Swiss Family Treehouse, Astro Orbiter, and Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. You
Good
want to
list.
move any of those? I don't think so.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Tomorrowland Speedway is bringing up the C tier,
Leading off, yes.
starting the C tier, followed by Barnstormer, Hall of Presidents, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, Prince Charming Regal Carousel, and the one and only D attraction for us is Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor.
Well, there you go.
And
what are your thoughts?
yeah, you can go to this site. It'll be listed on the blog post and the YouTube video when we post it. and you can rank these yourself.
Because I'm sure there are people listening to this saying, wait, what?
I'm sure there are.
How could you put this there?
Yes.
I'll never listen to you again. Please don't. This is just our fun opinions.
Yeah, we're crazy. It seems very odd to me that Enchanted Tales with Belle is ranked where it is, but that's what we went with. So
we can shift it if
can't.
you'd like. No?
We've stopped it.
Oh,
it's
that's
ended.
right.
We have to live with our choices. So, that's our thoughts on it. That's what we think of all of the attractions. And someday, as you mentioned, we'll have to do an extinct attractions version.
I'm excited.
I think it would be fun to rank Buzz Lightyear, for example, against all the previous versions of Buzz Lightyear.
Yes. Yeah, we got some interesting ways to do things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fun things that have changed and
Exactly.
are no longer with us. They should, like Mission to Mars.
And
Where would
Mr.
that?
Toad.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It's true. All right.
Mike Fink keelboats.
Yes, I always wanted to go on those, and I never got a chance to.
And of course the canoes. But anyway.
Well,
so this is a good solid list here.
Yes, and thank you again to Christian for putting the graphics together for this. Very
I think
fun.
Magic Kingdom, of course, is unique and it has the most amount of attractions too. So this was definitely going to be the longest list, unless we were to ever do Disneyland Park. That'll be fun.
Okay, well, as always, we thank you for listening and watching. If you're watching us on the video, we do advise that for this episode so you can see our rankings happen as we place them.
Yes.
If you are not already, please subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasting and give us a thumbs up. Rank us if you'd like. Rank us.
Yeah.
Do a tiered list of all of our
Wait
episodes.
a minute.
No, don't do that.
One of us would have to be higher than the other one.
That's true.
Well, of course, that would be you.
Well, we don't
Always.
know what the public thinks. Anyway, if you can give us a comment, share this with your friends, we would love and appreciate that, of course.
Yeah. And if there's one particular ranking of ours that you would really like to express an opinion about, let us know that too.
Yes. But before we leave, we have to go to the corner, the trivia corner.
Oh, that's right.
The Scott Otis trivia corner. Do you have an answer for last week's question?
Yes, last week's question. We were talking about Howard Ashman, and actually we spoke about Waking Sleeping Beauty, and the question was, which Academy Awards did Howard Ashman win, and for what? Because everyone knows that Alan Menken has won an incredible amount.
He's an EGOT now.
That's right, but Howard Ashman has a few himself, and it turns out that he has won 2. He's had a total of 10 nominations, and basically it's for songwriting. He won the for Best Song for The Little Mermaid, Under the Sea, as well as for in the movie Beauty and the Beast, 2 years later, for the title song, Beauty and the Beast.
Lovely. Well done.
But I also have a trivia question for this week, and it's kind of regarding these Magic Kingdom attractions.
Ooh, do tell.
And there's going to be several answers, but we listed the Liberty Square Riverboat. It actually has, it's gone through several names. And I'm just going to ask for one of those, because there actually was a time when there were more than one riverboat as well. Some of them had like 2 little smokestacks. Some have had 1. Some have burned down to the ground, and some have kind of been ruined and gone to shambles. But they've kind of been replaced over the course of the years.
How dramatic.
So yeah, basically I'm just asking give me the name of any one of the riverboats that have plied the rivers of America at the Magic Kingdom.
Very good.
The older, the better.
And you can, of course, send those answers to Zanna, that's ZANNA, at zannaland.com, if you want an easy way to send in your answer. So, again, we thank you for joining us and sharing the love and visiting us up the waterfall.
That's right. Anything's possible at the Magic Kingdom.